Hi everyone. I hope you're all well. And the solar eclipse energies, the new moon, the planetary alignments, and all of that, the 8-8 portal, etc., they've been, bringing in nice shifts for you. So I just wanted to share a small observation of what is happening. Our realities are shifting and they're not going to be the same as before. We will not be in the familiarity that we have known before. Many people around us are awakening. Maybe you're becoming aware of others in your reality who are also going through very deep spiritual awakenings, not just, a small limited interest, but deep shifts within them. So, because these awakenings are happening at a mass level, the earth itself is ascending, so this is bound to happen. So, what I also wanted to bring to your awareness today is something to do with twin flames. One thing that my guides have shared is that twin flames who are in very high consciousness, they bring in shifts and changes for other twin flames as well. They become conduits for higher realities to manifest for other twin flames as well. So that has started happening more so than ever now. And what I have also observed is that the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy, just a little bit of an update there, is that if you feel that all the doors are closing for you which are not meant for you, the conversation's not meant for you, the place is not meant for you, you go to some place and you come back exhausted, you put up a social facade and you resent, or you get angry. If your boundaries are crossed, then you immediately feel an anger rising. If you are recruited back to your old roles, especially by old narcissistic family systems or friend groups, or reality also, these can be new people that you meet who still meet you in the lower vibration of perhaps a role or a pattern that was playing out very intensely in your life. Suppose you were a rescuer always, which many empaths are, many scapegoats. Those who were scapegoated in their family systems end up becoming rescuers. Now, if those roles present to you and you still act out of those roles, not assuming that these are your old roles that you're reinforcing, but just in general you start doing that, you will notice that there will be friction. It will not be an easy path. What happens is the old energies that you are leaving behind, they try to re-establish the connection again and again, because you had the karmic imprint, the keyhole for that key to fit. And now that you're transcending the consciousness which was allowing this type of an interaction to take place, these energies want to again reconnect and again, I feel like siphon off your life force, or even bring you back, make you stay unawakened, right? So this is what now you are breaking out of. You will now notice that that is not an option for me. I can't go back to the old self. As much as energies try to bring me into the old self role again and again, and they don't understand me. Families don't understand you, that you have changed, that you're not the same old person. People don't get you. You are like a weird person, in front of the eyes of others when you're spiritually awakening. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just awakening to your truth. The time period right now has also been that of integration of the energies we had passed in the last month, and the months prior as well. So there is an energy of integrating those lessons. There is an energy of sometimes the lessons becoming extremely sharp, extremely visible, extremely painful, so that you don't go back to that. The contrast is going to be so high that you have no choice but to ascend. Now, if this is what you're going through, your divine masculine is also going through something very similar right now, which is that even they can't protest anymore against the connection. Their ego can't, rule the day anymore, because the divine masculine is led by the ego largely, in the lower self, very much so. And what happens is that their ego doesn't like this connection, because it demands so much vulnerability, and it means they have to face their shadows, they have to face their pain, which is very hard for them to do. So their ego protects against you, and what has started happening, if you are experiencing that I can't go back and I am being pushed so badly to only align with the one path that is available to me, which is my awakened self. And it doesn't even look certain. It doesn't even look, you don't even know that this awakened path is not laid out there for you. It's not waiting for you with people, clapping and calling you to stand on the stage. There is no such thing. You can only see the next step. You don't even know what is, even if I tell you my path or someone tells you their path, that is also not your path. Your path is your path. It's your very unique path, right? So you have to trust the uniqueness of your path. You can't go back to comparing yourself to other twin flames, other people, and all of that. It is very tailored to your own soul. So this uniqueness is what you should not discount. So if you feel like the only option out for you is to be here, is to face your shadows, it's to, upgrade, you're not being allowed to downgrade yourself, it's too painful for you to stay in the lower reality, then the divine masculine also now is going to, their ego is going to lose the battle to the soul. Their soul is also going to come majorly online, and the endeavors that they take up under the influence of their ego, they are also going to be stopped. They will not have any success there. It will become dead ends for them. It won't lead anywhere. So even for them, that cloistering sort of a feeling is going to come in situations which their ego has decided to put them into. And what do you do about it is not that now you have to go, as I always say, don't clean their side of the street or something like that. That's not your business. You still just have to bring all your energy into your awakening. That's your truth. That is your path, right? So this was the energy update. I just wanted to share this as a reminder that eclipses are always going to highlight situations that are, that are hidden from us, situations that we don't always see. They amplify the hidden themes. So whatever was hidden in you, whether it is doubt, it is fear, it is some pattern, it is some old energy, it is some instinct that that has served a purpose, it is going to bring itself out. And even in the dream state, you will notice what you suppressed is going to come out. An instinct perhaps that you suppressed, or something where there was shame present, or something where something was unexpressed, is now going to find its expression in the dream state as well. That is the power of the eclipses. So that's all I wanted to share. So one more thing is that in the backdrop of stillness, if you will enter states of stillness within you, you will notice that the energies are intense outside of you. They obviously don't impact the being within you, but they do impact the emotional state right now. Especially the eclipse by itself, the day of the eclipse was not as intense as you may say the following days, and the following days may be. And they're all urging you to let these very deep patterns and shadows be revealed, to use these energies in an effective manner, whatever you are being called to do. I did a very deep dive video on navigating the eclipse window on my Patreon page. I just posted it at the tier 1 level. You can access it. You can individually access it, or you can subscribe to tier 1. And upon subscribing, you get access to almost 80 plus videos I've posted at the tier 1 level so far. And you can also work one-on-one with me, which is the first link in the description. My Patreon is the second link in the description. These sessions go deep. We do some deep healing work. And if you feel called to connect, then you can email me after you've seen the types of sessions. I'm sending you a lot of love and best wishes in this time period.